Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapin.
And welcome to another edition of Our City Tonight.
Well, Jim, we're here in beautiful Cole Harbor. We're at the Lift Bar Grill View, and definitely this place has views. There's Stanley Park, there's the harbor behind us,
and
just
of
incredible.
course the city too, yeah.
Yes.
We're going to check out these views, and we're also going to visit this restaurant in this edition of Our City Tonight.
This segment of Spirits Up is brought to you by Evolve Cellars and Time Winery.
Cheers!
Well, we're back here at Lift, and this time we're with Krista Lee for another edition of the Spirits Up segment. You've picked a place I have not been to for a while again.
There you go.
What are we going to talk about today?
Well, today again, sparkling, right? It's sort of beautiful day out here, right on the water. So what better thing to have than a little bubble? So this is a new vintage of pink effervescence for us from Evolve Cellars. So a little bit different than we've had in the past. It's a little different blend. So it's a blend of Pinot Blanc, a little bit of Merlot, and a little bit of Chardonnay. So you'll notice that it's just a little bit different. It's a little bit lighter in color than the previous vintage, but very much still that strawberry characteristic to it.
This again is just year round. I'm sorry. It's great on an autumn day like this, but this is perfect. And what are you doing here?
So this weekend, as you know,
I'm very
there's
excited
very
about
few days that go by that I don't consume this particular product.
Right.
So over the weekend, we actually tasted it in the big Riedel Cabernet Merlot glasses.
Did you just run out of glasses?
Well, maybe.
Of course.
That could have happened, yes. But the nose alone, so just smell this, right? Because there's a different shape of glass for every type of wine. And this is the more traditional flute style, and generally you serve sparkling in this because you don't want to hit the bitter part of your tongue, and you want to have to lift your head back so it just goes right back. But I don't know, I kind of discovered in here, the nose is a lot more lifted and a lot more round, and when you take a sip, it just completely covers your whole palate. That just tastes like more again, right?
And you can put more in the glass? Is that the other thing too?
Well, there's that too, yeah.
Okay, I totally see what you mean. So
it's a different taste. I see what you're saying.
you're a trendsetter.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
Wow,
Very
that
nice.
There's no
does.
right or wrong answer, right? But the wine tastes completely different.
And this is available now, of course.
This is available now. Yes, private liquor stores, your VQA stores, and of course online.
Very nice. Okay, we're
Wow,
going to be back with
beautiful.
another selection in just a little while from Lift.
Hi, this is Satyendra Sartaj, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
Well, we find ourselves downtown Vancouver at the really great Scotia Theatre for a special event tonight.
That's right, Lita. We're here at the pre-screening VIP party for a movie that's been out this summer. Will be on DVD and home viewing very soon, called The Black Prince. Before we go into the party, here's a look at the film.
What troubles you, Tulip? What bears so heavy on your heart?
I wish to ask something about the kingdom of my father. We have a kingdom, and I, its king.
Well, there is a look at the film that's been out this summer. It will be coming, of course, later this fall to home viewing and DVD. We're here with the star. We have to ask you about this. A lot of singers, no matter where they come from, take on acting as well. Can you talk about the challenge of taking on this iconic role, really, for your first movie?
Honestly, it was a huge amount of responsibility on my shoulders, being a representative of my culture especially. And when this role came to me, I didn't think twice, honestly. Like, before that, I was getting offers from 2009, but I never considered acting as my career because my, singing career was beautifully.
And there must be too, you have to worry about career-wise. You pick the wrong role, people are going to be out ready to criticize you.
Like, what the hell are you doing?
So to take on this role on top of that, that's impressive because you did very well with it. First of all,
thank you very much. Thank you. You watched that, no?
Really enjoyed the film.
Okay, but I thought like there should be one thing like people should remind you after you. So this is the most iconic figure, and Maharaja Dalip Singh especially is the most, impressive figure from my history. But the very hidden figure he was. But after this film, people will see entirely different aspect and prospect of Maharaja Dalip Singh, because our community, especially in Punjab, in northern India, especially Sikhs, we never consider him as a hero.
Yeah, this is Kavi Raz. I'm the writer and director of The Black Prince, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
Well, here we are up at UBC at Cecil Green House for a very exclusive event.
Absolutely. This is the 3rd annual Sunset Soiree for Grey Goose. It's a French picnic style.
And to say this is a picnic is a bit of an understatement because I'm in a suit jacket. I mean, people are well dressed tonight for this event.
Absolutely, and somehow I managed to match the event.
Very nice. Yeah, let's go check out this great event.
What a gorgeous evening for a French picnic, and how lucky to have myself here with you, the French cocktail expert, actually. Can you let us know what we got when we walked in?
It is called Grey Goose Le Grand Fils, so it's super easy to do. You actually don't need to be an expert to actually do this. Anybody could do this at home. So 4 ingredients, the star ingredients, of course, is Grey Goose. Then we have Saint-Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur also coming from France. We have some fresh squeezed lime juice and soda water. And lots of ice, because we believe, it's the perfect summer drink, so it should be super refreshing.
Well, you're the brand ambassador for North America, but you're in fact the brand ambassador kind of for the world for Grey Goose, because why?
Well, I guess, my uncle called me a citizen of the world. I spent half of my life spreading the love for bartending, and eventually 15 years ago I met Francois, the creator of Grey Goose, and I've been spreading a love for Grey Goose since then.
Well, we're happy about that, and you've created some very, very cool cocktails. In fact, the High Five cocktail I was reading about. Give us a little insight on that. That sounds very special.
So I created this for the ESPYs Award, which is basically for the athletes. And I wanted to come up with a drink that would be basically good for the muscle recovery. So using ingredients that are actually for people that do sports. So hydration, vitamins, and muscle recovery.
Love it.
So that was kind of the ingredient base of the idea, and it's delicious.
That's incredible. Well, I know your fame. It's fantastic to be sitting here with you today and actually being able to taste some of your cocktails this evening.
Well, you're more than welcome. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, I will. So, Jim, where are you?
Thanks, Leda. Well, we're here with Michael. And Michael, let's talk about tonight. What a great evening. A picnic idea, beautiful summer night. Can you talk about what goes into a plan like this?
Yeah, so we're just trying to bring a bit of the Epicurean lifestyle of France. Grey Goose is created in France by a gentleman named François Thibault, who is a former maître de chai of Cognac. And so bringing that French lifestyle, the picnic lifestyle, we partnered with Chef Justin Kent, who is from Paris and has a program called Picnics in Paris. So we wanted to bring his, he curated the menu for tonight.
Yeah, very French, by the way. Just a spectacular meal tonight. And I'm sitting down, which I don't often do when I eat, but this was a great meal.
Oh yeah, so wonderful food, and we're pairing a lot of the drinks tonight. This is our drink of summer called...
What's this one called?
Le Grand Fils.
Yeah.
And it's made with Grey Goose vodka, Saint-Germain elderflower liqueur, which is a French liqueur, a half ounce of fresh lime juice and soda. So a great drink for summer, very effervescent and fresh. Yeah.
I'm Chris Buck of the Chris Buck Band, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
Well, if you're watching in the rest of the country or here in Vancouver, we're in downtown right now at a very special property known as the Pan Pacific Hotel.
And we're here for a very special event. In fact, for the Commonwealth Games, it's the passing of the Queens Baton, or baton, as they say in Australia.
That's right.
So that's going to be taking place when, Jim?
In 2018 on the Gold Coast region of Australia. We're going to check out the ceremony right now.
So Carrie, what is the significance of the baton?
Baton in Australian. Look, it's a baton that's been carried around visiting all the 70 Commonwealth countries. So everyone, the idea is to make sure everyone gets to hold it. There is only one baton, which is this one, and it's a great design with recycled plastic and timber that represents our local people, and all the names of all the countries are listed on the baton.
Well, Commonwealth Games too, as I know, according to athletes, it's a very significant games. I mean, it's sort of more or less up there with the Olympics. My mom actually qualified for one of the games back in Edinburgh, and so tell us the significance of this coming to your area.
Well, this is the first time the Commonwealth Games has been held in a regional city. So the Gold Coast is a city that's about an hour south of Brisbane, an hour's drive. So it's very important for a regional city to actually host the Games. And it's known as the Friendly Games, I think, the Commonwealth Games. So we're very excited to have visitors from all over the world. 6,600 athletes and technical officials, we believe. So.
Wow, and you're telling me that it's important that we all get to touch this.
Everyone should get to touch it.
Yeah.
The aim is security is always close by, but the aim is always to maximise the involvement of as many people as possible. At Edmonton Stadium, we passed it around the front row of the entire stadium.
Wow.
So everyone got to hold it, which was great.
Well, it's very exciting times, and athletics always does bring, like music, the world together. So thank you for spending some time with us today and enlightening us a little bit about the Queens Baton.
Baton, yes, no problem.
Back here in Cole Harbour at Lift Bar Grill View with The View and with our Krista Lee, our expert on wine.
What is the wine we're going to try right now?
So this is our 2014 vintage Cabernet Sauvignon from Time Winery in Penticton. So if you smell this, you'll notice that it has a little more sort of green pepper characteristic to it. To me, I get a little bit of sage characteristic, and that might be the power of suggestion, but this comes from a vineyard down on Black Sage Road that's completely surrounded by sage, so I find it has more of this herbaceousness to it, but really ripe fruit, really soft tannins. Just amazing with something like a beautiful tenderloin or a rack of lamb, something that's just a little more.
So big meal for a big wine.
And this is BC fruit, right, from Oliver?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So at all of our wineries, we only make BC VQA wines, which means they're 100% British Columbia grown.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you're supporting your local farmers and vintners.
Absolutely, yes, and local families, because we're a family-run business.
And
so.
speaking of family-run business, we should mention your father is about to begin, or has just done his 51st?
He did. His 50th vintage. We just started, so on August 27th this past year, we started his 50th vintage. So nobody's been working in the British Columbia wine industry longer than my dad.
Amazing. And this has got your dad written all over it.
It does. So Time Winery, that we're just finishing construction in Penticton, where we've taken the old movie theater and converted it into a winery.
Very cool. Right downtown, right?
Right downtown.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we visit.
I know.
Excellent.
I can't wait to have you there.
We'll be back a little later with a white. We're going to try a white?
Yes, we have a new Viognier from Evolve Cellars.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm James Picard, artist and award-winning filmmaker, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
This health and wellness segment is brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals.
Well, we're inside the Pacific Inn Resort and Conference Center. Guys, I think this is about as close to the U.S. border as you can get hotel-wise, and we're here with one of our favorite experts, Dr. Raj Jita. Today we're going to talk about something we all suffer from, stress.
Stress actually is, there's good and bad stress, and I know people are starting to learn that from experts like you, but what do your clients complain to you most about when they come in and say, I'm stressed, doctor?
Good question. Well, predominantly the two major causes of stress that I see in our clinic is physical and psychological. Physical stress being physical issues with the body, whether it's health issues, muscle issues, back issues, pain issues, issues with their health. That's a huge cause of stress for a lot of people, keep them awake at night. The other is psychological, life itself. Work, job, commitments, relationships, finances. That's a huge cause of stress.
And what can people do to combat bad stress?
Well, clearly with physical is to see a professional. Do not procrastinate. If you have health issues, address those issues, create a plan and a strategy, and you'll find that that'll alleviate a lot of that physical component of stress. The psychological one sometimes a little bit more difficult. Clearly people have issues with life, finances, jobs, careers, relationships, and sometimes those things aren't that easy to resolve.
Yeah.
But identifying them, counseling, there's nutritional approaches, various different supplements we can use that help combat that stress.
Excellent.
Sure.
And sleep is a big deal, isn't it? We're hearing more and more people are not getting enough sleep. So obviously that's a cause of stress. Maybe how would you say clients can, our audience can deal with
Well,
that?
it's important to know that sleep is critical. You know, sleep is where we repair, rejuvenate, and recover. And a lot of times, if people aren't sleeping well, it translates to their day life. That if they're not sleeping well, they're stressed during the day, they have issues with focus, clarity, concentration. So some of the things we do is we use nutritional supplements, we use vitamins, minerals, nutraceuticals that aid in that sleeping process, predominantly helping calm down those excitatory hormones that keep us awake at night. So that's one of the strategies, along with psychology, resolving your psychological issues, physical issues. Those are the type of things we use to combat the sleep issues.
And sleep, what's a good sleep? 8 hours a night?
Well, it varies. You know, when you're young in the youth, they say between 8 to 10 hours. As you get older,
I like the 10 hours.
I like the 8 to 10, actually.
And as you get older, 6 to 8 hours is a good time. But it's more important, not just the time that you spend in bed, it's quality sleep.
Right.
You have to have a specific type of brainwave sleep pattern. That's the restful sleep pattern, what we call the REM sleep. That's where we recover, rejuvenate, release our growth hormone that helps us, you know, keep that health and the energy throughout the day. So it's not just about how many hours you're in sleep, it's quality sleep.
Perfect. Listen, Dr. Raj Gita, there's so much more to talk about with stress, and we're going to do that in our next episode, talking about
more nutrition and kind of taking more of a natural approach,
That's
right,
absolutely,
to
yes, we will.
helping with stress.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Thanks as always, Dr. Gita. We'll be back in our next episode, folks, dealing with stress.
This edition of the Health and Wellness segment has been brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals. Insozia is an effective sleep aid that can help you wake up in the morning feeling well rested. The traditional Chinese herbal medicine is patented and has been used for centuries to help relieve insomnia due to heart-blood deficiency. Insozia is made in Canada, formulated by doctors, and manufactured by experts with more than 20 years of experience. For more information, go to vivahealthsolutions.com.
Well, we're here in Surrey at the Guildford Town Centre at Landmark Cinemas.
That's right. Now we're out here to check out the recently reopened and redesigned Landmark Cinemas. All these chains are trying to do one thing, well, a lot of things, but one of the things they're trying to do is make you feel as comfortable in their seats as you feel in your seats at home watching movies on your TV. So let's go check out and see what they've done. Jamie, for our viewers that have not been to your theater here in Guildford or in New West, you guys have really done a great job of redoing this whole theater complex. And can you talk a bit about how you're trying to get people out of their seats at home where they can watch quality programming to get back into the theater?
Sure. Well, what we're doing is offering an exciting new lobby, new concession. We brought in Coke Freestyle, so all our drinks are Coke Freestyle. If you haven't seen them before, they're amazing machines with over 100 different drink varieties. Beautiful to look at, fun to use. I've got brand new seats, the most spacious seats you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, can you talk about the seats a bit? Because it's remarkable. I sat in one, you could easily fall asleep. They're so comfortable. You guys sacrificed space and seating, and the reaction's been great.
They've been fantastic. All of our seats are premium powered, full recliner seating with feet going up 90% and your head goes back. We've lost over 50% of our seating to bring these in because they were just so large and so comfortable. Personal space is no longer an issue. You've got lots of room when you're watching a movie here. And the best part is too, we haven't increased our prices at all.
That's the nice thing is you get a seat that's 10 times better. It's like first class and on a plane, but you're not paying more money.
We have guests asking where they can buy our seats. And frankly, you can't.
And we should also say you've made it even that much easier to get your food, your tickets and everything. You've got this new app. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Our new app's called Atom. It's an American-based app.
ATOM.
ATOM. It's exclusive to Landmark in Canada. It's easy to use. You pick your seats. It's fun to look at. The creators are actually some of the minds that developed the Amazon.com website.
Right.
It's done through social media, so you can invite your friends, let them know where you're sitting. They can buy their tickets too. You order your concessions through the app. When you scanned in when you first show up at the theater, it sends a message to us. We have your order prepared immediately. No waiting in line. Just come pick up your food. Off you go.
Very cool.
Head to the freestyle machine, pour your Coke, and go enjoy the seats.
Very cool. We should say, because our show airs across Canada, this is all across the Landmark chain, right?
It's coming. So not all theaters have the seats yet, but a lot of them do across Canada, and more are being done now. So.
Beautiful. Thanks very much.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
Oh, well, Jamie wasn't kidding that these are the most comfortable seats. I certainly don't have any seats like this in my home.
This reminds me of the few times I've flown first class or even business class, right? These are just spectacularly comfortable seats. You know what's really cool too? I noticed that people are starting to file into the theater for the movie, and people aren't having to stand up to let other people by, right? Because there's enough space.
No, and it's that same phenomena that when you've got the guy beside you that has to get up 5 times to go to the bathroom, like you.
Yeah, well, it's a bladder problem I have, but make fun of it, that's fine. But also this is really cool because they're all love seats, all the seats in the theater. So you can pull this armrest up or leave it down if the date's going badly.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, let's watch a film now.
Hi from Landmark Cinemas in Guildford.
You're watching Our City Tonight.
Well, we're here at one of our favorite restaurant bars in all of the city. In Olympic Village, it's Toe Brewery, and we're happy to be with somebody that we think is arguably one of the best actresses in our country. She has enjoyed, don't laugh when I'm doing this, what's going on here. She has enjoyed a long career working with studio and production companies on both sides of the border. Her new show is called The Disappearance. Here's a little look at Camille Sullivan.
Well, we separated, but
our divorce was finalized today.
he didn't even know about that.
Separation, divorce, it's one of the main reasons kids run away.
Anthony's fine, okay? He's coping really well.
At that age...
He's fine. He's a secure, happy kid. We did everything we could to make things as easy as possible on him. He's a happy, secure kid. He's loved. He wouldn't run away.
Well, that was Camille Sullivan in The Disappearance, and it is going to be premiering in October, right?
That's right.
Now, this premise, losing a child, the devastation, that's been done quite a few times, but what makes this one unique?
What makes this one different is it is about losing a child, and so it is about the struggle that the family goes through to, not losing, but a child goes missing, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what's happened, we don't know if he's alive or not, we don't know anything. So it's about the struggle to how do you go on with that, but it's also the search to find the child. And it's a mystery that way. And as we as our search intensifies, family secrets are uncovered and all this stuff from the past, and then all these layers unfold like an onion, and it becomes this really twisted, dark, intense mystery.
Oh, it looks great.
And taking on a role like this, you were in our very first TV version of our show a year ago, and we were talking about a role that you were doing then, where you were playing a mom as well. How do you step into a role like this? How much research, how much work goes into preparing for playing a role like this?
This one was hard. This was particularly a difficult role. It was probably the hardest one I've ever done. I read the script, I read the page, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I just don't know if I'm capable.
Yeah?
Hopefully.
No, but emotionally, it's jumping into the deep end, right?
Yeah, it was really, really deep stuff for that character. And so preparation I watched some documentaries, and I try to find clips of parents talking about that kind of loss, about having a child go missing and what that's like. And mostly what they said overall was that the feeling of hopelessness was overwhelming.
Wow, yeah, but they also, when you see these stories, I'm thinking of specifically the one in the UK where that couple lost their daughter at that resort in Portugal, where this hopelessness can be overwhelming, but at the same time, you have to keep up hope.
You have to keep up hope or you die. That's it, really. It's like losing a child to death is one thing because you can, it's awful, obviously, but you try to cope with it, it's finite. This is something that goes on and on.
We're back at the Lift Bar Grill View with another great wine and our final wine that we're going to try today. So tell us a little bit about what's special about this one.
It is. Well, this is pretty exciting because this is a new varietal for us for Evolved Cellars in Summerland. This is our Viognier. So we just bottled it, just released it.
Oh, nice.
And just a great, it's a great wine for year round because it's great in the summer and the sunshine like this because it's got some great acidity to it. But you'll notice that it's also got some viscosity to it and it's got a little richness to it. So for me, I like it through the year because it'll stand up to other flavors and a little more richness too as you head into the fall and the winter season as well. Super versatile when it comes to food because it's got that fruit forwardness, it's got that viscousness, it's got some texture, some body, with that great acidity.
What's your go-to meal for something like this?
I love this with any kind of seafood, definitely, or like a mango chicken, something with some fruit salsa too, actually.
Okay.
It works really well too.
Wow. So what would set this apart from maybe other Viogniers on the market?
This one's got really a nice freshness to it as well. So it's got sort of, you'll see some tangerine characteristic to it, a little honeysuckle. And there's not a lot of Viognier grown in British Columbia.
Nice.
Yeah,
Always
noting.
good stuff. Well, thanks for introducing us to another spot again here at Lift. What's the full title again? It's a very long title.
Lift Bar Grill View with the view. How can you forget that?
And great wine. Thanks to Krista Lee again.
My pleasure. This segment of Spirits Up was brought to you by Evolved Cellars and Time Winery.
Cheers.
Cheers.
One take. Well, we're here in East Van, just off Commercial Drive on a street I didn't know existed called Commercial Street. And Lita, you had a chance to talk with one of the city's most beloved artists.
Yes, James Picard, beloved artist, but also award-winning filmmaker. Take a look at this.
If you're not doing what you want to do and you're not doing it now, you're wasting your time. If I feel like painting, I'm painting. If I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to be an artist. I don't need a backup plan. I don't need anything. I'm living my life to the fullest as best I can because I have no clue with how long I'm going to be on the planet. The whole movie started with this woman who approached me and told me this dark secret that she had. And I started realizing we all have dark secrets. And when we're not dealing with our wounds, that's when all the darkness sets in, hence the dark and the wounded. And the tagline for the film is Beyond Fear, There's Freedom, because once you get past those wounds, all of a sudden there's a complete freedom. You're no longer in fear. It's that fear that keeps us in these dark places.
So you think your film is allowing people to sort of address this?
Yeah, I mean, what it is, it's creating... When I first did the show, it was really cool because I've done hundreds of art shows, but I never have done an art show where people were standing there weeping in front of paintings and strangers comforting them, and there became this incredible bond, and people were having these epiphanies and this incredible visceral experience going through the show that I've never seen before. It was so emotional, and I realized, you know, the connection is that these dark places, when people go there and they're in this, they're out of their comfort zone in these dark venues, which is, I feel the venues, the buildings are just as important as the art. And we have a soundtrack which is just as important as the art as well. So we give the viewers this experience that allows all this stuff to surface. And my thing is that when we realize that we're dark, there's a thread that connects us all. We all have wounds, and this is where it starts to lead to compassion. Then you start looking at people going, wow, like they're dark. Maybe they're just having a bad day, you know? And so there's this connection that happens that allows us to be more human.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, award-winning film. You're going to be touring, and we're so excited for you. Your art
I'm
is
excited.
Yeah, your art is gorgeous, and now you're filmmaking, and so what a great world, two worlds colliding.
Yeah, colliding. Yeah, it's all part of the creative process.
Well, we're back here where we started our show at Lift Bar Grill View. We love this city
Yeah,
so
sure
much,
do.
Jim. And you don't forget to follow us on social media at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course, past episodes on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, check all those out right now if you can. We'll see you on the next edition of Our City Tonight.